Hey, what's going on, kids? I'm Sean from Start to Finish Gaming, and welcome back to the brand new series here on ARK Survival Evolved. Guys, in the last episode, we had a little bit of a crisis. Long story short, we ended up losing Mystic, our unicorn, but we did end up taming this raptor, which I have named Destroyer. But if you guys haven't checked out that video, in the right-hand corner right about now is a link sending you on over there. So definitely check out that video, then come on back to this one. But today, guys, we definitely need to find a new base location. What we're first going to do is, you guys left a couple of suggestions on where to build the next base. We're going to check them on out and see if any of those work. If they don't, I do have a base location in mind, but I kind of want to see what you guys are thinking first, and then we'll kind of go from there. Also, guys, if you find yourself enjoying this episode, do me a favor, smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. On top of that, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Alright, so the first suggestion was actually sent in by Mirafen, and I do apologize if I get your name wrong, but we are right across from Stonehenge. Now, unfortunately, I don't have coords or anything, but I'm going to assume this is the spot that we're talking about. He mentions in his comment that we're looking for a little island. It's actually really close to one of the caves, which is really nice, but kind of looking over this area, it's actually a really nice spot to actually build in, especially when you're just starting out your ARK adventure here. It's a relatively flat area. You are technically in the easy zones, so you won't really have to deal with too crazy tough of dinos or anything like that, probably because we're near the river. Maybe a raptor here and there, maybe a Trudon here and there. We do have Ichthyornises flying around because we are near the river, and you do have some Sarcos to deal with, so that is one thing to consider when deciding. But one nice thing about this area is you can see them right there. If you can't see them in the water, let's kind of just point a little this way, and that is a beaver dam, so we can actually get cementing paste pretty much right away, right from the source, which is great. I don't think I would grab that right now, because I don't think the Equus could be able to handle the Castroides. We could always grab it then run, but like, it's a good option. It's definitely a good thing to have basically right away. What's really nice about this area is, like I said, it's a relatively flat area. Everything can pretty much be destroyed here, so you have a lot of real estate to work with. But then you have this structure in the middle, and it's actually kind of unique, where you can actually you can't destroy this, so you have to incorporate it in your build, but what you can do is you can actually set up like a little thing down here, basically just inside of it, just to give you that little bit of, if you're scared what's going on out here, basically. You have your own little hideaway, if you will. But I think this is a really nice spot, but I will say, Mirafen, great suggestion with this base location and everything. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be using this one, at least right now in the series, and that's because Stonehenge is right behind me. Stonehenge was our main base in the last series, and I did say that I want a unique location. I just feel like it's a little bit close to where we were before, but great suggestion, great spot. This is a great early game area, honestly, and I would really highly suggest this if you are looking for a location, because this area is really nice. But to give you guys coordinations, roughly 80 latitude, 60 longitude. Also, guys, if you're looking for some quick XP, what's really nice about the Stonehenge area is there's a total of 3 Explorer notes all around each other. Just look for the abandoned ruins, and you'll be able to find all 3 really quickly. Alright, guys, this location was suggested by Alex. Now, we are at roughly 50 latitude, 60 longitude, and it's pretty much right where the 3 rivers meet along the redwoods. Now, I will say, obviously, this is a really good area to build in. The fact that, 1, you're near the redwoods, 2, you're near all the mountains, really, in this area, where you can get a ton of resources. There's a ton of dinos over here, so you do get a chance of getting a really good dino. The downside is there's a lot of dinos around here. This is pretty docile right now, but we do have a couple terror birds fighting a Castroides over there. There is a Spino a little bit further down the way. We got a couple of Pegos here. We have a lot of bad creatures in this area. There was a Carno here before, but I think it actually got killed by something. This area is relatively dangerous. I would say, yes, this is a good spot for a base location, but honestly, for right now in the series, it's not a good time. So, Alex, great suggestion. I would say this is more intermediate to end game kind of base locations, just because of how dangerous it is over here. Don't worry, Alex, I do have an idea for a base location in this area. If you follow up the river a little bit that way, I do actually have an idea for a base, so stay tuned. That's going to be a little bit further in the series, but overall, great base location, just not going to happen right now, unfortunately. But let's move on to the next one, guys. Alright guys, so this base location was suggested by Alex. I believe it is right here. Now his comment mentioned the island behind Red Ob. Now here is Red Ob. I'm going to assume it's this island right here that he's talking about. Unfortunately, don't have any coords, so I can only speculate again. But this area is, again, not bad. It's an early game area and everything. Not really a lot to worry about here, except for the occasional dancing megalodon outside the water. You also have a lot of Sarcos and everything around here too. It's not too bad of an area, I'm gonna be honest. I would prefer something a little flatter, and at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm not really one of those people that's ever gonna build right next to an obelisk. I'll put beds down near the obelisk. It just makes it easier for travel, but I'm never going to do like a base this close to an obelisk, you know what I mean? I do want to have a little bit, I want to have a little bit of distance between the obelisks and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. If I was to build at one of the obelisks, I think it would be the green obelisk, honestly. There's so much flat area and everything over there that it would just make it so easy. But I don't in particular really like building near obelisks, but who knows, maybe there's a lot of people that do, so this is a good area, don't get me wrong. You have a lot of river rocks here to get you started and everything, which you can get a little bit of metal from, not too bad. You have underwater right here, so you can actually go for some megalodons. You can also go for some ichthyosauruses, ichthyornises too, as a having that as a shoulder pet wouldn't be too bad for you. Overall, it's a good area. Plus, if you need to transfer in and out of the map, like, you're right there, you know what I mean? Like, it's not too bad. So, good suggestion, Ivan, but unfortunately, I'm not going to build here. And that's just, you know, my own personal thing. But we're looking at about 80-15 around here. Unfortunately, Alex, if this isn't the correct location that you were talking about, I apologize. Didn't have any coords or anything like that, so I can only speculate. But again, this isn't too bad of an area to build in. Alright, we got a blue drop of the ring around it. Blue drop of the ring around it. Let's see what we get. Hopefully something good. That would be awesome, but let's see. Alright guys, this is the last possible base location, and this was suggested by Alex. Alex mentioned in between 60 to 70 latitude and 15 longitude. I'm going to assume it's this lagoon area right here. Now, there is this whole strip of land, basically, and it looks really nice. I mean, if you're looking beachy, like, you can't get much better than this, honestly. It just looks absolutely amazing here. Creatures-wise, there's actually a decent amount of things around here. There's a ton of Sarcos, Carbos, there's Moschops, Hesperornises, there's Piranha in the water. You can get a Megalodon or two in this water, which is actually kind of interesting too. But overall, a lot of early game tames in this area, and it's really nice. I actually really like this area. It's relatively flat too. Looks like we have a loot drop coming down over here too, which is always a plus. And it just can suit a lot of different people, honestly. If you're looking for flat areas, I mean, look no further. You're on the beach. Like, you can just take up this whole little section of the island, if you will. If you're looking more mountainous, like up this way, and I'll kind of show it off here in a second, it's all flat and everything up there. Yeah, so I mean, as we get up here to that little ledge area that I was mentioning, I mean, this is all flat, and it looks really nice up here, honestly. And what I really like about this area, too, is once you get rid of these rocks right here, I mean, that would be your view, basically. You would just have the whole lagoon, basically, to look at. And, again, it's just picturesque, basically. I mean, look at that. That looks amazing. So I'm really digging this area, honestly. There's so much diversity here. You can do so many different types of builds. Like, I can do a build in here. I can do a build on the beach. But as I was looking over this area, I actually found one unique spot, and I think that's where I want to do my build. So let me get on down here, and let me show you guys exactly where I'm thinking, basically. Oh, God. Okay. I was not expecting a Sarco right here, but jeez. And we knocked it out. Wow, that was quick. That's what I honestly love about the Equus kick. Like, it'll just knock out so many creatures right away, but we're gonna end up killing this guy. That's fine. And I know what you guys are going to say in the comments. This is Sarco, get it. Well, we're not actually at the level for a Sarco saddle yet. How I kind of want to do this series is basically, if we're not at the level to actually unlock the saddle, I'm not taming it. It's level 35. We're currently level 32. So maybe in the future we'll get a Sarco, but like right now we can go for a trike. We're at a high enough level to get a trike, but not like, we're not going for Sarcos, we're not going for Carnos, we're not going for Allos, Rexes, anything like that until we're actually able to unlock the saddle. So, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little bit more realistic doing it that way. Nope, nothing in this inventory, but we'll chop them on up, we'll get some meat, we'll get some hide, and hopefully a little bit of prime meat. Or not. Okay, that's fine too. But this is the location kind of that I wanted to talk about, actually. This is really... it's like it's stuck in trees. This is actually really, really cool. At least I think it's really, really cool. It's this little lagoon right here, and we do have an ichthyornis that we would have to deal with. But it's this little lagoon right here. And basically what I was thinking is, like, this is where my... my crop plots and everything would go. I would make a little greenhouse basically right there. So kind of how I'm thinking this over is, let's get this out as a pointer. Basically, I would make a little bridge that kind of goes out to the middle. Make it basically in there. Sorry guys, it's a little hard doing a circle with this thing, but you guys get the idea. Kind of do a hexagon shape in there and kind of use pillars to hold it in. So it'd be a couple maybe a foundation or two off the ground, basically, just so it's, I don't know, I think it could look really, really nice. And then where we would put the base, I'm not really sure, but this whole area is relatively flat and everything, so I think this is a winner. I actually think I really, really like this spot. We might have to get rid of this rock, and maybe we'll do, like, the base right here. But what's nice is everything is so kind of flat here that we can build as far out as we need to. We can always, once we knock down a few of these trees, maybe we'll realize, hey, the base should be, I don't know, the base should be back here, maybe. I don't know. But overall, like, the area is just really, really flat to work with. What it could do, actually, which is kind of crazy. What if I did the base, like, up here? We'll have to check that out. That would actually be kind of cool if I could put a base up here, you know what I mean? Kind of do, like, again, it would have to be on pillars and stuff like that, which I would have to see if we can unlock. But it'd be kind of cool that would be our entrance. You would kind of work your way through that way, and then you work up like this, basically. So that would actually be kind of cool. We'll see if that works or not. But definitely I'm getting some ideas for a base location here. But... obviously, guys, it's about to be nighttime. Obviously, recording at nighttime's not the best. But what I'm going to do is I have to head on back to base because I have to get the raptor. I have to get all the items and everything like that. But I think this is the winner. I think this is actually where we're going to build in this episode. Just make a little shack. Nothing too crazy. But we'll kind of see what happens here. But I'm actually really, really, really liking the spot. And I'm liking the fact that we do have access to water right here where we can use that for crops. And then we also have access to water out here. Obviously, a ton of access to water. Just for ourselves and everything like that. So, really, really excited about this base location. So, thank you, Alex, for letting me know about it. And, anything happens in the middle of the night, I'll bring you guys back. But if not, I'll see you guys back here in the morning so we can get to building, guys. Really excited for this. Alright, blue drop by red off. See that 5 times fast. Jeez, ooh. Hacky Rhino saddle and the metal sickle. Sweet. Alright, middle of the night white drop, and we got cloth. Nah. Alright, guys, we've been riding throughout the night, and here we are at our new base location. I will say, guys, honestly, incorporating the night in this series is going to be so much fun. Going throughout the night with just these torches and everything, barely being able to see anything in front of you, like, it's just... oh my god, it was so much fun, honestly. I can only imagine in future episodes doing that and coming across like a Rex or something like that. But anyways, let's get started here. We got a few things loaded on the Equus, basically. Basically, we got to throw everything into that. Destroyer doesn't really have much because Destroyer won't really be able to carry a lot for us. It's really here just for the muscle as I'm going around and gathering materials and everything like that. Here, Candy Cane's really going to be the big one for us, honestly. We picked up a storage box, actually, in one of the drops, so I think I'm actually going to incorporate that right now. just to make it a little bit easier for us to move around. It can hold 45 items, so it's not too bad. Oh, that's right, Candy Cane's still following me. Perfect. Okay, let's get Candy Cane right next to this thing. Start loading this up, just so we have enough, just so Candy Cane's not fully, like, encumbered or anything here. I will have to gather a few materials here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go out and get a little bit of wood. Nothing too crazy. Just so we can make another one. I think making at least another one's going to help us out a lot here. I think I need 50 to make one, so that should be more than enough. Candy Cane, come on over here. Let's make 2 more just to play it safe. I can make 3. You know what? I am going to make 3. That's totally fine. Alright, I'm just going to line them up just like that. Let's get these guys out of the way here. It is starting to get a little bit light out, so we can actually take off the torches, I think, at this point. Let's take that off. Yeah, I think we're looking okay at this point. Let's do that too, and we're all good. Sweet. Let's get these torches out of here. Throw those into the storage bin, and then we'll get started with the base building. Alright, so looking at this area up here, this is kind of where I want the entrance. So I'm thinking base will probably be here. Nothing too crazy. Probably just put it right up on this hill here. Now, we'll probably have to knock out a few trees in the meantime and everything like that, but we can put these 4 foundations down to start, just to kind of get an idea of where we want to be. Let me just see if that's lined up correctly, because I'm thinking back door. Come on down. Perfect. Okay, sweet. Alright, awesome. Let's see here. 1, 2... 3, and then back door would probably be like here. Yeah, that looks actually pretty good. Perfect. Okay, so we'll do 4 there, and then we'll just go 5 wide. So we'll make this a 5x4. That's not too bad. Alright guys, so it's been some time now. Obviously there's a whole new base and everything here. I did actually go ahead and complete this episode, but honestly, when looking over the footage, looking over the recording, I ended up losing a little bit of the footage due to a computer crash. On top of that, I just didn't like how the episode came out. There are a couple issues when it comes to the build, and overall I just didn't like how it came out. So instead of putting that video out there, I'm going to actually kind of re-record this, so I do apologize, guys, because we did gain a lot of levels. Let me kind of go through what we've had so far. We're currently at level 39, so we ended up getting about 10 to 12 levels in this episode, and that's still on 0.5 XP, so building overall just gets you a ton of levels. So honestly, for the rest of this episode, I'm actually at 0.05 XP, just so I don't gain any more in this episode, because we are doing a complete rehaul. We are going to be doing a complete rebuild in this section of the episode. On top of that, I think for the rest of the series at this point, I'm going to keep it at 0.25 XP, because 0.5, I mean, is ridiculous. At the end of the last episode, we were at level, I want to say 28, and we're on halfway to the cusp of 40. Like, 0.5 is just a stupid amount of XP. So I think that's what we're going to do. But I'll kind of walk you guys through on kind of what I did with this base, but what I'm going to change is a few things. But anyways, 5x4 base overall, I basically had the... had a flush, which I really like that idea, and also having the pine on the outside I think looks really nice. The biggest mistake I made was down at the bottom. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of a lip there, because I didn't actually put those walls flush with this, and that's my biggest pet peeve. On top of that too, I think we're going to switch over the wood here to actually stone. The main idea, the reason why I'm doing this is because we do have Sarcos and stuff in this area, and I don't want them coming up and eating up on the base, because wood they will damage, and if they actually break these foundations, the whole thing just crumbles on down. So we are going to switch this over to stone, but I kind of like this idea of being up on a platform a little bit, just because we get this really nice view out here. So we're going to do a little bit of deconstruction. I'm going to be honest, everything from the base is going to be destroyed except for the floor. So we are kind of starting from scratch, I will be honest, but I will show you down here, because this stuff will be staying. We're just going to be replacing this with stone, obviously. I decided the basement is going to be more crafting specific quickly. So we have 2 smithies and we have 2 refining forges and a smithy. And then on top of that, 2 large storage boxes, kind of to just break up this room a little bit. I like having just everything kind of close to each other. If we need storage, we have not only the storage boxes, but the smithy also. And then over on this side, I decided to actually put in a ton of mortar and pestles. I have a total of 8 here. And the reason is, yes, we have the Equus out there. We do have Candy Cane that can actually make this stuff for us. But at the same time, if we want to mass produce stuff, whether it's narcotic, whether it's spark powder, gunpowder, whatever, having 8 of these going is just going to be so quick, honestly. And we could also divvy it up. Like, we could do spark powder in this one. And then convert that, move this over to here for gunpowder, and then use this for narcotic or cementing paste or something like that. So it just gives us a lot of options to work with on top of having Candy Cane the Equus. So my plans for the rest of the episode, just to give you an idea, because I think I am going to do a speedy uppy bit just to not have this episode go crazy long. And guys, I do apologize. It's just, when I'm looking at this base, I don't like how it came out. It will look kind of the same, but at the same time, we are going to do a few things a little bit different with it. Just add a little bit more TLC, and I just didn't want to put out a shoddy episode to you guys. But plan for the rest of the episode, I would like to, obviously, fix the entire base. So it's going to be the first 2 walls are going to be stone. We're going to do stone foundations. I'm also going to try to put in fence foundation, so we can put some pillars in here just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. On top of that, I think what we're going to do is the main floors are going to stay the same. I like the pine on the outside, and I like how it's I like how you can have it flush and everything like that. I just think it looks really nice. We might change our mind when we get to stone on the bottom there, but we'll kind of see. We'll go from there. Outside overall, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to make a little porch area, but at the same time, I'm going to have a staircase leading down this way, because what I want to do is down here, to complete off the episode, I want to make a little area in here where we are going to have our crops and everything. That's kind of my idea and everything, and I think I have a way of doing it. It's just a matter of kind of getting it done, finagling a bit and whatever. So first, guys, again, just want to apologize. I just didn't really want to put out a shoddy episode, honestly, for you guys. And, yeah, let's get to the speedy uppy bit. We're going to break down everything and kind of slowly rebuild at each part of the build. So once we get all the stone done, I'll kind of walk back and tell you guys what I did. The next, when we get done with the first floor, I'll walk you guys back and tell you what I did. And then for the top, obviously, same thing. So we'll kind of see how this goes. Again, guys, I apologize. I hope you guys understand. And let's get into the speedy uppy bit. Guys, now that we have all the stone figured out, now let's reconstruct the first floor. So what we're going to do is we actually have some wooden fence foundations already. I'm going to basically go across with these. And the reason is I do want to put some pillars at some point. I don't know when yet, but I definitely want to get some pillars going here. So I'm just going to kind of snap these to the outside point if I can. Whoops, nope, that's inside. Pick back up, do it again. Come on. There we go. And unfortunately here, I'm going to have to put some ceilings and everything to kind of get this figured out. But we'll kind of go around first, and we'll take care of this. Let's also take care of the railings right here, too, because that's nice and easy. So let's do that. There we go. So we're good there. Let's kind of keep going with this. Alright guys, so the house is coming along a little nicely here. Now, I do want to add a few things in. So, we are going to be adding a few things that I forgot inside Candy Cane, of course. Let's put all this stuff back. Let's get our reinforced double door. Let's get left and right. We're not going to worry about the pillars just yet. I think we'll either do that towards the end of the episode, or we might have to leave that for another episode, but we'll have to see kind of how we're looking. Let's head on up here. I want to get basically the door to be pretty much like everything else here. Like, if you notice, if I do this or this, foundation's not really gonna, it's not really gonna snap right. So I do have to do the wall trick again here, the ceiling trick here, I mean. Come on out, quickly do this. Let's kind of throw this guy in its correct spot, which is right there. We can pick this up, and we're good. And now this door can go right on. Now, the door will swing out like this, which kind of stinks. I'm not really a fan of it. But it is what it is. You know, pick your battles, unfortunately. But let's put this up. So now our front door is set, ready to go. This is going to be our entrance. Again, 5x4 base, just like we had before. I actually took out the railings here because I actually have another idea, and I want to see if this actually works. What we're actually going to do is I want to see if I can get stairs to go up this way, basically. So, what I need to do is I need to put, let's actually get these doors in first, because I do have another project that I want to do with this. So let's get these two side doors in first. And the idea is that these are going to lead us to a balcony that I'm going to be working on, actually, because I'd like to have a balcony that kind of wraps around this entire thing, but it also brings you to the back, basically. And originally, I was going to put a door here, but I think it's just a little too symmetrical. I usually always do this, but I wanted to try something a little bit different, which is just putting the doors on the side here. And I think it'll just look a little bit neater, a little bit cleaner. And we'll see kind of how this goes. But let's kind of jump back in here. Let's pick up that... Nope, that's door frame. Pick up wood ceiling. Thank you. And let's put our door in. So now we're good there. Let's put this guy in so we are set there. Let's put this door in so we are set there. And I gotta figure out what I want to do here. Do I want to put a window? Do I want to... put a... You know what? We're going to do window for now. I can always change that in the future. I do need to get windows. I think I have a couple in Candy Cane. Let's see. Alright, guys. So second floor is just about to be done. I did, in fact, put a patio up there just to make it look... I don't know. I just wanted to add something a little bit different. It's just a nice little lookout point just so we can look at this really, really nice area that we're in, basically. Like, it's just a really, really nice view. But anyways, let's put the roof on, and then we'll deal with the kind of wraparound porch idea that we're going to be working with. I have a total of 20 of these thatch roofs. Hopefully, this will be enough. And perfect. Total of 20. Sweet. So we're all good here. Like I said, for the second floor, it's mainly going to be like the bedroom and stuff like that. But looking pretty good. I'm actually really, really liking how this build is coming out so far. Now I want to start with the wraparound porch. So we're simply just going to start here. Let's get our wooden ceilings. I have a total of 24, which should be more than enough. And then I got to see which way we want to do this. Let's actually start from over here, just so I kind of get an idea. Probably this way? Hey, why can't I get through here? Oh, no, it's because of the snap point. Oh, God, no, 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 no. Oh, it's because we put the fence foundation here. Alright, that'll have to go. Yep, okay, it was from the fence foundation, so we'll have to do that on the other side, too. Alright, let's break that. There we go, and let's see. Well, it's got to work now. That's what we ended up with. Yeah, I think I actually like it this way instead. And not long ways. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll break this one. It's totally okay. Alright, guys, so overall, pretty much the house is done at this point, honestly. So, long story short, we did end up getting the roof basically on. Nothing too crazy. I ended up using thatch just to give it, like, an earthy tone, basically. On top of that, too, I did put a little patio out here just so we can enjoy this view, because we're in a really, really nice area, honestly. This is a really good PvE location, especially if you're just looking for a really nice view. So, yeah, long story short, second floor is going to be, like, for the bed. We'll put a few other things up here. It's usually a lot of space just for a bedroom, but it is what it is. First floor here, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this yet, but we'll kind of see. I have, in fact, put the railing. I've, in fact, put the patio out here. Right now, it is going to be a wraparound patio, basically. And the idea that I want to maybe do in the future is we're going to extend this out here, extend a foundation out, and extend a foundation out here. And then kind of do the same thing on this side, extend a foundation out here and out here. And the idea is that basically we'll use these areas for, like, the grill, we'll use this area for, like, the fridge, and then maybe on the other side will be, like, the AC and all that stuff, so maybe for breeding would be this side. And then I think what we're going to do is basically from the center, which is right here, we'll run a staircase down into that area, because that is actually where I want to put all of my crops and stuff. I kind of want to do a whole setup down there with greenhouse and everything. Just not going to get to it in this episode, unfortunately. But what we're going to do now is we're going to end up not bringing out the crossbow. We're going to end up doing this so we can actually at least make sure that we don't fall off our patio, basically, here. So let's just get through this. And then I think also, too, I do want to work with the... I do want to actually work on the... Let me pick this one up just in case, because I don't know what I'm going to do over here yet, so I might as well just kind of get all of this. You know what? And I'm going to get this one gone, too, just in case I end up taking this foundation out. Let's go over to this side and kind of complete it. I'm going to have to get rid of that tree, too, which stinks. Kind of wanted the tree, but now doing the porch, it just doesn't make sense. It being there. But I was saying that I want to actually work on the stairs. I just don't know. I have to look at the time and see kind of what we're looking at right now. That might have to either be for a future episode to kind of fix up the stairs, or I'll do that in between episodes and I'll kind of go over it in the next one, but we'll kind of see. We have 4 left. I'm going to actually hold on to those because I'm not sure what I want to do here yet. I'm not sure if I want to make these 2 separate sections, and then this will begin the staircase down, basically. This foundation will have to go too, basically. But looking pretty good. We're honestly looking really, really good when it comes to the base and everything like that. I'm actually really, really, really happy with this so far. It's looking pretty nice. I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually really, really happy with kind of revising this and redoing it. I'm actually pretty happy about this. But anyways, guys, that in fact is going to wrap up today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, smash that like button. Questions, comments, leave it down below. If you're new to the channel or you're already enjoying my content but you just haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.